Hey there, gamers! Cover Fire here again, playing Division. And we have an ongoing event for this game, Blackout. So keep on playing, guys, and I hope you get all the exotic and classified gears that you really wanted, and also some vanity items. And hello to the Filipino gaming community and also to the new and existing players in the SEA region. So for today, I managed to refine another build, which is the tank build. So basically, yes, the tank, technically designed to be in the front line and take all that punishment. Okay, so what am I using? So I'm using a 6-piece D3-FNC classified gear. So this one. So what do we get for having all the pieces of the gear equipped? So for 2, protection from elites by 15%, ballistic shield damage resilience by 10%, for frontline, a perk that allows you to use SMG weapons when the ballistic shield is deployed. By default, you cannot use any other weapon than your sidearm when you're using a shield. However, if you have the 4 pieces of the gear equipped, it will allow you to use the SMG. And also, the ballistic shield health is increased by 57% for every 3000 stamina. So here we have 9000 stamina. So technically we're getting like 160 basing from this number multiplied by 3. Not exactly. So let's take a look at this further. So for 5 pieces we get 15% protection from elites and 5% ballistic shield damage resilience. So for all the pieces equipped, we get improved frontline. So technically, if you have this, you get a melee damage buff increased by 2000%, and also all the overhealing that you receive will be transferred to your shield. So if you are already on full health, so any overhealing would go to your shield if your ballistic shield is deployed. And also, it grants you a buff for receiving a physical or exotic damage. So, and also all the group members within 15 meters for 6 seconds. And the duration of the VAP can be increased by 2 seconds for every 3000 stamina. So here, since we have 9000 stamina, technically we're receiving 6 seconds here by default and another 6 seconds, so 12 seconds. So if we receive a physical damage threshold, we get an armor increase by 30%. If we receive an exotic damage threshold, we get a weapon damage increase by 30%. And also, when at 9000 stamina, your ballistic shield health is increased by 200%. So it overrides this one. So you have 160 plus here, and then instead of that, you're just gonna get 200%. So if you have 9000 stamina. Okay, so let's take a look at our stats for our gear. I have main stat, stamina, skill haste, all resistance, ammo capacity. For our mod, I'm using firearms to have that DPS, 2 of them. And then for our mask, it's stamina, and then skill power, blind death resistance mod. I'm using firearms. Then again, crit chance for DPS. Then For our knee pads, I'm using stamina as main stat, and then skill power, disrupt, disorient, blind, deaf, resistance. Mod, I have firearms, skill haste for lower cooldown, and skill mod, ballistic shield, damage resilience. For the backpack, stamina, skill power, ammo capacity. Then mod, I have stamina, skill haste for lower cooldown, and also I just have one because technically I have already around 8900, so I just need to reach that 9000 stamina threshold. So I just have one stamina mod and skill haste. Then skill mod, I'm using ballistic shield, damage resilience. Then for gloves, stamina, crit chance, skill haste, crit damage. And then for holster, all stats, and then skill haste, and then mod, ballistic shield, damage, resilience, then again. So why am I using ballistic shield, damage, resilience? That's for us to get a 45% damage resistance in total. So here. So 45%. Is that important for getting that 45%? It is important. I'm gonna show you guys why that is important. But for now, let's continue to the weapons. So for our primary, I'm using an assault rifle, an Elvo AC. It's a high-end assault rifle. Self-preserve, critical hits with this for 3% of the damage dealt. Accurate, increase accuracy by 25%. Talented, killing a target with this weapon increases skill power by 15% for 20 seconds. And then for our secondary, the house exotic SMG. So talent accurate, same talent earlier, increase accuracy by 25, unforgiving, missing health segments, increase your damage by 1, and technically if you have a missing segment of health, let's say 1, 10%. If you have 2 missing segments, you get 25%. And card counter, 20% damage increase if you have half a clip of the magazine. So this is random. It's either the first half or the second half. So sidearm, anything goes here. You could go with the specialized blue type weapon for you to have a lower gear score. But for me, I'm using Golden Rhino. This is what I have. And talent accurate, same one. Increase accuracy by 25, and then Golden Rhino increase stagger by 200%. So there you have the gear pieces, the stats, the mods, and also the weapons. So for our skills, so is getting that ballistic shield damage resilience really that important for us? Yes, it is important because for you to get that 45% damage resistance, will 45% damage resistance actually viable? Will it work? It will work. So let's take a look at our skills again. Here, I'm using a signature skill, Survivor Link. So Survivor Link technically increases your damage resistance by 50% when activated, and also movement by 30%. So let's take a look. Does that do anything at all? So we have 568k of toughness at 9k stamina. If I activate the signature skill to get that 50% damage resistance, we get 1.1 million toughness. So what if I equip the shield on top of that? So we get at least 95% more resistance. Unfortunately, it won't let us see the toughness in this section because when we press our inventory button, our shield would be technically be undeployed. So here, so if this is only 45% though, so how many toughness are we getting? Technically, if you calculate that, I think it's around 1 million. So that's technically a lot of toughness, and then probably if you have the shield and also the survivor link activated, you'll have 1.5 million at least of toughness. So that's it. It would play around 1.5 million to 1.6 million of toughness. Is That's basically a lot. You can receive a lot of punishment using this classified gear and basically play your role as a tank really well. So continuing at our skills, if you notice earlier, if we have 9k stamina for the shield here that I'm using, which is the ballistic shield, and the mod is assault shield for weapon damage, knockback, accuracy, and faster reload speed. Plus, we get a 200% HP of our shield here because we have that 9k stamina. For our second skill, I'm just using Immunizer Support Station. Not really that shabby. It only has 3.1k of HP regeneration per second, and then basically signature skill Survivor Link. For our passive, I'm using Adrenaline for that 7 seconds of immunity, and also Strike Back for lower cooldown for active skill cooldown by 20%. So deploying the support station while reaching low health is also good. And then on the move, killing a hostile while moving reduces incoming damage by 15% for 10 seconds. So technically, when your shield is deployed, you're moving, you're firing, you're moving, you're firing. So that's how it goes. So you move, you fire. So you move, you fire. So if you manage to kill a target, that's additional damage resistance for you. So if you manage to get the survivor link plus the shield deployed plus that buff, so technically you're around 110% damage resistance. So that's like how many? Maybe around 1.8 million. I'm not really sure because it wouldn't let us see that if we press the inventory. Then again, we undeploy the shield. So, and also for our last passive, I recommend One is None. Headshot to any hostile, have a 50% chance of not consuming the bullet. So you're gonna engage the enemy basically at mid-range or close range, and most of the time you're going to get headshots. And if you're using an SMG weapon while your shield is deployed, you're having that automatic fire continually. So technically you'll have a longer fire rate because it's not consuming any bullets. So half of the time you're not consuming any bullets at all. Okay, so there we have the gear pieces, the mods, the weapons, the skills, and also our passive. So how effective is this build? This is a 3900 firearms, 9k stamina, electronics at 2800. How effective is this build? So let's give you guys a bit of gameplay. Let's do a dry run and let's see on how tanky is this build for us.
Agent, it's Dr. Candle. I want to stress to you the vital importance of safeguarding any civilians you may come across. The map says some of those people must have survived the dollar flu. That means they've got antibodies to it that I need to have a hope in hell of fighting this thing. And the ones who are just sick, having a broader genetic diversity of virus samples will help us track the virus's mutation, which is a long way to say, keep those people alive until I get what I need from them. Got that? Great.
So we're receiving a lot of damage. As you can see, it's barely affecting us. So you're gonna play this role, keep in charge of the frontline battles while your allies engage at a distance. Usually you play this mission with this type of difficulty with a party, but this is basically to show how tanky is the build, how effective is the build. It's effective basically for scenarios like this, player versus player scenarios as well. You could support them in this one because you just need to engage out in the front.
Faye tells me the cleaner is holding the entire 10-city prisoner. That's what it looks like, and it fits the cleaner at all. If you wanted to eradicate every last vestige of detectable virus, where would you go? Wherever the biggest concentrations are. Refugee camp, shanty town. Jesus, you don't need it. Draconian solution. You ever wonder if you can survive this thing? Every day, Doctor. Every day. Good luck, Agent.
So basically, there you have it. All the punishment in the world. Okay, one more. Alright, so there you have it. So this is how effective uh, this build. So make use of this information, improve your playstyle if you're going to play in groups in skirmish or last stand. This is really effective. Just be in charge of the front line properly, like what I did. So keep getting all the aggression, so and let your teammates basically engage at a distance. So it doesn't matter if they throw grenades on you, that's fine, as long as you have that immunizer deployed. All those status effects will be non-effective at all. So leave a comment, give a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.